far as this way goes. All passengers must leave the train.
Here we are. It's the end of the CTA red line for the Southern Terminal for now. Here we are. Just got my bike with me. This is the Dan Ryan. I heard about rumors on Facebook that they started construction about the CTA red line extension, like on Interstate 57, the western branch, known as the southern branch of the Dan Ryan. Like they started the red line extension, like on Interstate 57. For the Ready Set Soon project. We are at the Dan Ryan Terminal. And they boarded up homes. And they're going to reinvest the Far Southside. Like in the 1970s, since the red line extended south to 95th, they celebrated it as a major deal, and the reality, and in 1983, CTA decided to make it the colors, which was amazing. And in 1993, at that year, CTA started the orange line, and in 2006 as well, they did the pink line for the west side. But they didn't do the CTA red line for Altgale Gardens, unfortunately, which is pretty sad. But we are talking about the red line today, but the red line has a lot of history, but major busy route, CTA's most busiest line, like, has a lot of economy jobs, like the border of Rogers Park and Evanston, Loyola University. What else? The only Sonic in Chicago. Wrigley Field. The DePaul Lincoln Park, the only Apple in Chicago. Navy Pier, downtown Chicago attractions like Gallery Block 37, Dog Target, Millennium Park, Soldier Field, Field Museum, many downtown jobs as well, and many more downtown jobs for the South Side, Chinatown, and Sox Park as well. But we are at the 95th Dan Ryan Terminal, which last year was like an abandoned McDonald's since they closed. And with a park that is so overlooked, like Abbott Park. But the 95th Terminal, they did disabled access in 2000s. But in 2013, they did the renovations from 2014 to 2019 before the coronavirus. But here we are about to do the red line extension. But before the rail line extension. We did the track reconstruction for the South Side, which got a lot of money. The renovation terminal, which we have, which looks so much modern. It's like a transit center, but like it has so much pace routes. Like it's a busy transportation center, which we're going there right now. This is like a transit center, and here comes the state bus. And here's about 352, the only pace bus night out. That one's 24/7 between 95th and the Harvey Transportation Center. And this is a major transportation center, and it connects you to the suburbs as well. And the South Suburbs is a gateway to the South Suburbs as well. Anyways, we're sticking to the video. It's so loud in the expressway. I can't even talk right now. 95th Street has even changed a lot over the years since after the renovation, especially during the coronavirus as well. Man, what a change as well. It's even history as well. This is a change over the years. Like, before they had the South Terminal, it used to be so empty as well. And before they had the 95th bus as a full route, they had to split the bus as 95th W, like the west route goes to Gresham. The 95th E bus goes to South Chicago. They were separate routes that time. So, let's go to the path, shall we? To Rockdale Gardens, you will go like this. To downtown, go like this. So here's the train yard for 95th, which they have built over the years and generations. It's been more like 50 years, so we're about to do the path for the 95th. I mean the red line extension to 103rd Street. Let's be safe. I think there is construction proof, I believe. You can see the weed. But I'm not too sure. So here is I-57. This will where the red line extension goes, but there will be non-stop at Greenwood. This will be a non-stop to 103rd Street and Halsted between 95th and Dan Ryan. My bike is right there. I can barely see the updates for the red line extension, so let's not go near the tracks. It says private property, no trespassing Union Pacific Railroad, so no. We're not going near an interstate. Uh-oh. The road is closed. Since Cornell was closed due to a bridge repair, I decided to take Halsted. Now I have to turn left onto 99th Street. I gotta be safe. The tour has ended, finally. Now let's get to Eggleston first. I just made it to South Eggleston and we're just gonna be careful. But the trees will be demolished. Let's see if I'm on the right track. Yes, I'm on the right track, but trees will be demolished, like I said. Approaching to the 100th. Here are the homes. No signs of vacancies. We'll find out for the vacancies. I see a vacancy, I believe. But let's not go too fast because I could get injured. Just locked the right bike. This is 103rd. And these are the buildings that will be torn down. And this station will be west of the Union Pacific Railroad tracks. And I believe that there will be a bus going from Mount Greenwood to Oak Lawn, I believe. Mount Greenwood / Oak Lawn to the 103rd Street Garage, I believe. So far, there hasn't been work, I believe. We are in the Washington Heights and the Roseland community. So this area has been disinvested over the years. Kind of isolated from the 95th Street CTA station. Like I said, this station will be west of the Union Pacific Railroad yard. And for now, this is the bus that you will have to get to between the 95th Red Line or the 104th Street / Pulaski Road Terminal in Oak Lawn and Mount Greenwood. So hopefully there will be more jobs and businesses around this area. Now moving on. Now we're going to 111th Street. And I believe that this will be a train turn and it'll be east to the tracks, but no station. Who let this suck? And however, this is not a sidewalk, but there will be a sidewalk, I believe. Ready, set, soon. This is going to be great for the community, which they needed very badly. However, we are at 107th Street at the Union Pacific Railroad tracks. This is CTA owned property towing enforced. By the way, let's see what it says, but we cannot go there. The red line extension is coming. So now we're moving on. 111th is next. So this is another struggling street where I believe it has a hospital that has struggled for years. And it has I think it's a factory, I believe, but I'm not too sure. And I just locked up my bike, like I said. There's a hospital called Roseland Community Hospital, and the station is east of the tracks. I think they're going to tear down the factory and the homes. They're going to relocate the homes. And they're going to give the hospital more money to renovate the hospital. And however, this is the Red Line Extension Community Office, ready, set, soon. They took over the water pumping center, I believe. And however, this is another curve. Tokyo Gardens is a left turn to downtown, and Homewood is a right turn. And this home is now abandoned for the Red Line extension. And construction is about to start, like I said. Because I see some cones and a car with a suit. And I see a no parking sign there. And however, for now, there's a bus from 95th Street to Marshfield Plaza with a Jewel Osco and some shops in Morgan Park. From 111th Street to 95th via King Drive as well. And Chicago State University. So however, this is going to change as well, and the route will change from, and you can go to Mount Greenwood and Oak Lawn to Pullman as well, which will be amazing. You can check out the Pullman community as well. And another destination is the 103rd Street Garage as well, which is great. Now let's get to Michigan Avenue. So this is actually not a train stop. This is off topic. Here's the hospital that has struggled for years and generations. So I'm so glad they got more money before the construction. This is actually Roseland Community Hospital. It's gonna change. So this is 111th Street in the Roseland area. So here's the main entrance. And now we are going to Michigan Avenue to see what it's like before the construction. So we are approaching the heart of Roseland, where it has struggled for more than 50 years. It's been such a long time, and I mean it. It's been so sad since the red line extended all the way down to 95th. Look at the lack of businesses and resources. Look at everything. It's so sad to see. The State Grandchild has closed. Everything has closed. Things are starting to change. It's like a food desert, in the county desert, a job desert, if any more, like shoe desert, a clothes desert, a phone desert.
My Cadillac.
Not only that,
In my Cadillac.
just like a transit desert, and a house desert, and collecting desert, and a car desert. And this is not a joke. Wow. That's pretty unfortunate. I'm not even kidding. This is the lacking, but it's the end of it. But it's gonna be the end of it, which is a good thing. At least there's a bed shop, a blowout sale. We can get some beds and furniture, which is a good thing. It reminds you of my neighborhood, Torrence Avenue of Albany Park, where you can get some beds for sale. However, I heard that they're renovating the donut shop, which is good. They got more money for the red line extension, which is good. There are two buses on Michigan Avenue, the 34 South Michigan that runs 24/7, and the 119 that goes to Beverly and Western, which is good. But anyways, let's go to the last stop before 130th Street.
I try. I just went got
103rd Street, checked. 111th Street, checked. 130th Street, not yet. Michigan Avenue, we are here. So, the red line extension is coming. So, we are on Michigan Avenue in Kensington. This is a very empty lot. We're in the West Pullman and West Roseland community that has struggled for years, like I said, on the Far Southside community. Oh, I forgot to mention about the 34 South Michigan Avenue for the community. However, for the Route 34 South Michigan bus, it has improved service for weekends and holidays. It runs every 10 minutes now, which is amazing, which I'm grateful about that, especially for the all Guild Gardens community. It's great for the community, which they needed. And there is garbage for the red line extension, which they're ready for the construction, and the station will be northeast of the tracks. And we are in the Kensington and South Michigan. There will be two buses, I believe. Actually, no, three buses. The 115th bus will be north of the station, the corner of Michigan and 115th. And you'll be on the north side of 115th. There'll be lots of shops in Roseland, like the heart of Roseland. where you can shop for fun, just like similar to downtown Madison Street and Garfield Park, and more as well. And there'll be lots of new renovated apartments as well. Since I'm so hungry, I don't want to go Shorty Mexican Grill since it was Cinco de Mayo yesterday. I want to eat something healthier. After riding for more like an hour exploring for the Red Line Extension Path, how about eating at Shorty's Mexican Grill for today? On Michigan Avenue in Kensington. Why not? Shorty's has some amazing tacos on the Far Southside. So I'd say a 5 out of 10, but now we are going to the Kensington Park. Actually, no, the 120th Street Yard. So this is the overpass of Indiana Avenue. We are in West Pullman still. So let's go. This will be the 120th Street Yard for the new CTA Line extension. The 98th Street Yard will be shut down, I believe. Or will be relocated, or maybe it will be on forever. But I'm not too sure, but it will be at, the new yard will be at grade level or elevated, but I'm not too sure. But we are at the bumpy road of Cottage Grove, I believe, but this is a bumpy road. It's like off-road, but we are going into our final stop, but we are at Riverdale, Chicago's most isolated neighborhood. But let's go to Oakdale Gardens. We are at our final stop for the CTA Red Line extension, which is the 130th Street in the Oakdale Gardens community, in the Riverdale community. Man, what a video I'm doing. We are at Ellis and 130th Street. Even though 130th Street does not have any sidewalks, I'm on my bike and we're at Cottage Grove right now. If you don't know what Oakdale Garden is, it's a housing project on Chicago's Far Southside, which has a history of disinvestment, like pollution, like it's surrounded by notorious factories, like no sidewalks around on 130th Street, transit desert, like the only bus to get around is the 34 South Michigan Avenue. Like for an example, like warning, oxygen pipeline, like it could get you sick or die. That's what could kill you and could get you sick. That is the toxic donut. Like Hazel Johnson is known for environmental justice in this community. Like I said, Oakdale Gardens is part of the Riverdale community. And there are many leaders in the Riverdale community. And Riverdale is known for having no jobs and no businesses around this community. Like, it lacks a public transportation to get to work. Like, for an example, if you have to get on the bus to get to the 95th CTA terminal, like you have, if you want to go downtown, you have to pay like $5. Whereas for each way, for like $2 for a bus, $2.50 for a bus, and then $2.50 for a train. That's how you get to work. Same thing for going home as well. That's so unfair. This is very unfortunate. And there are so many people that don't have cars around this community. Which is so sad. However, in this decade, they did put some investment, like, for an example, they built the library 4 years ago, like the Oakdale Family Resource Center in 2020, which looks really modern. The neighborhood looks so empty, without many jobs and businesses. Now we're getting into a final station. Oh, is that the beginning of the red line extension? Did they start it early? Or I'm not too sure. Did they rush? I'm not too sure, but however, the station is going to be right there. And however, there'll be access to the Marina Point. And there might be a pedestrian bridge over the Calumet River. And the trees will be torn down. And there will be new jobs around the community. However, which will be nice. This is going to be great to the community. They need the money for the community so bad. In conclusion, let me just show you the total for the money. Federal new estate grants, $1 billion more. CMAQ is $30 million. CRP, $100 million. Red Line Extension Transit, $950 million. State of Illinois Paygo Funds, $440 more million. CTA bonds, more than $200 million. HUD Community Project Funding, more than $1 million. Federal Transit Agencies, $450 million. The total cost is, look how much it is, $5.7 billion more. So they really needed that for the community. So here's the map. And that's our conclusion. And I know this video was long, so I hope you enjoyed this video. And I know this was a very long video. I hope you enjoyed. There'll be timestamps in the video. And I think I should go home now. And it's like around 1 o'clock. I've been biking for a long time. And I know this was a long video. I gotta put this away. And we'll see you next time, and goodbye. Oh wait, they're actually building a house actually for the, I think they're actually a grocery store, I believe. Or I'm not too sure. Oh yes, I'm right. A health center, I believe. But nothing less, hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time, and goodbye.